Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming today. Today is kind of a fun and bittersweet day, as this could be the last VIPKID update, or it is, as we know it, the China version. VIPKID Global is coming, and it's going to start pretty soon. So hopefully we will get updates from them weekly as well, because VIPKID is just pivoting along, just like we want it to. Some other companies closed down, but the VIPKID is staying around. They just have to change how they're working. So today is the last VIPKID update as we know it, but there will be more. So say hi to our friends real quick. Hello, Teacher Kelly. Yeah, you're first. Thanks for letting me sub for you today. Hello, Dee. Good to see you here. Yes. So let's get into VIPKID. And then I will also talk about any Outschool updates that we have as well. Not much new with Outschool that we haven't talked about at other times, but hey, why not? Let's dig into it. So let me start with sharing my screen for the VIPKID update. That didn't show up in my notifications, but it did come to my email. So I will show it to me. So here we go. And let's see if we can make that a little bit bigger. Maybe not. Okay, well, I'll just read it to you. You guys can see it well enough. October 26, 2021. It says, we know that this is an emotional week for many of you as you say goodbye to students you've been teaching for many years. I mean, VIPKID's been around for 8 years, but really started getting a lot of students about 6 years ago. So some students have been around a while, and teachers too. As we close this chapter, don't forget that goodbye e-cards are still available for you to send for free to your students on the mobile app. Has anybody sent e-cards out yet? Yesterday, I went through my app and I found all of my, I think it's recurring students, or I sorted them by most number of classes to least. And I started sending out cards. Even if I haven't seen the kids for a year, I still sent them a card because maybe they still have access to it and I want to say goodbye. So I took a few minutes yesterday and did that. Anybody else sent e-cards to any of their students yet? Let's keep going. As a reminder, parents in mainland China are no longer able to book additional major course, Starlight, and supplementary classes with foreign teachers living outside of China. Any classes that are already scheduled or booked will still take place until November 5th, 2021. How's you guys' bookings for this week? I know that, was it last week on Tuesday or whatever, that parents were no longer able to book after that day. So they had to book out in the frenzy, but there's no more short notice now. So if we get a cancellation, it won't get filled. So you might as well close that spot down. It's not going to fill. How have been cancellations going for you guys? What's next week looking like? Because we didn't have a frenzy 2 days ago. You can't get any more bookings for next week, the first week of November. But if you had those monthly bookings booked way out and they didn't cancel, you might have a few that first week of November. For me, my last class will be on Friday, as will most people will. Looks like Teacher Kelly says her last class is on Friday. Dee says, me too. Kelly, 3 cancellations. I know, and that hurts. It's kind of like we've all been put under review. Those of you who have been lucky enough or unlucky enough in your tenure at VIPKID to be put under review for either behavioral issues or technical issues or whatever it is, you'd be surprised when you open your email up and go like, uh-oh, you're put under review for 30 days. You can teach the classes that are booked, but you cannot book any more until the 30 days is up. And then it's like any cancellation is a knife to the chest because you know it can't be rebooked. They lock your account. And so I guess last year or 2 years ago, I don't know, I was put under review for a month. And so I had 2 weeks booked out, but I was put for a month. So the last 2 weeks, I was not able to get any bookings. I had to take 2 weeks off. But that's when I decided to diversify because I can't rely on one company anymore. So I am now working for multiple companies. And some of them may stay around, some of them have not. I was with GoGoKid and Bling ABC, and I tutor group. GoGoKid stopped. Bling ABC still up in the air. We haven't heard officially yet, so we're we're hopeful, but we'll see. And iTutor group is still going because they are international. And I'm with Tutor ABC, which is the sister company, and that's located in Taiwan. So it's not affected by the Chinese regulations. But I think they're on a hiring freeze. So, I mean, a lot of people are jumping ship. Yeah, so we're about to begin a new chapter where it's very important that you diversify and don't put all your eggs in the same basket. Don't put all your eggs in the Chinese basket like I did, because China paid really well. So I had like Bling and Tutor Group. Well, that's different, but VIPKID and VIPKID, and those three were all Chinese-based companies. And then woof, China says no more. Well, then I lost all three. So I'm trying to diversify elsewhere. I also have Outschool, and Outschool's been great because that has a lot of U.S. students, and I think it's U.S. based, so it doesn't, be impacted by some of these regulations. Other than you might not get students from China if they can't access Outschool, but that's for later. Okay, let's go back to the update. It says in the last little line here, the good news is that a new chapter is about to begin. If you're looking to stay connected to the VIPKID community, read on for details about the global platform. A reminder about the VIPKID Teacher Network and information on how to register for our Teacher Empowerment Series. Okay, here's the top story. An update on the global platform. Our next chapter is about to begin. Good news! We are ready to launch the VIPKID Global Platform. We are currently testing the global platform with a very small number of teachers. After the testing phase, we will begin to send invitations to a larger number of teachers. In the meantime, click here for a list of FAQs about the global platform. This page was updated on October 26th with answers to many of the common questions we are seeing through tickets and on social media. So I've read the FAQs. I have not made a video about them, but other teachers have, and I might make a video about them later. But the correct is, and I could probably, let me go to it real quick to kind of zip through it super quick for those of you who have not seen it. I'm going to summarize, okay, because I don't want to read all these. But summarizing is that the global platform is going to be global. It's going to be worldwide, which would be awesome, but it's not for people in China because of the regulation. So we are going to lose all of our Chinese kiddos, but we will gain kiddos from around the world. So that's good. Why did they create the global platform? Pretty much they didn't want to go out of business, and they want to help every child for the future, no matter where they live. So I think that's good. When is it available? So right now it's for a very small number of teachers. I heard the number 10% of teachers, but that does seem a little bit off. So let's say we have on average, I think somebody was saying we have 70,000 teachers now. At the hype, we had 100,000. We've cut back a lot. People have jumped ship. We probably have maybe 70,000 now. So 10% of that would be 700. Well, somebody was saying that we have like less than 100 teachers in this testing phase. So it's a very, very small number. And if it goes well for those 50 to 100 teachers, then they'll open up to more teachers. I have not been invited into the global platform yet. If you have, let me know, because there are, some questions that we all have. I just don't know if you're allowed to give the answers yet. How are the teachers selected? It was random, less than 1%. Oh yeah, more like 0.01%. Because if 700 teachers is 1%, then 70 teachers is 0.01%. It's like super duper small. It's like starting back at square one. When VIPKID was a baby company, they had 5 teachers, and then they had 10, and then 20, and then they grow from there. When I started 5 years ago, they had 3,000 teachers, which was pretty cool. Within a year, they grew to 10,000 teachers. And then they had this big boom, probably 2017, 2018, and they got to like 80,000, 100,000, and it goes up from there. So hopefully we will see the trend growing, but it is very smart to start small. That way those teachers can get somewhat guaranteed bookings, get all the kinks out. VIPKID always does this. They do random things for teachers and say, okay, here's a little trial group. How's it working? Okay, let's scrap this. Let's fix this. Okay, let's do more. So yes, they told me they're beta testing with 1% or less than 1%. Depends on how many numbers you have. Then they're going to open up to everybody. Yes. So we will have to wait and see when it's opened up to everybody. hopefully pretty soon. But in the meantime, go ahead and diversify. You can stay with the VIPKID and, sign the addendum. But also, if you're relying on money like now to pay rent and to pay bills and to pay for food, go ahead and find another company to work with at the same time, and then also have VIPKID in your back pocket. So right now it's just by email invitation only. Once you receive an invitation, how do I join? You will then sign the Global Major Course Addendum on the My Contract page. Once you've signed, you officially join the global platform. So I don't know if there's going to be 2 contracts, one's for the global, one's for the regular VIPKID. Somebody asked me a very good question that I don't know the answer to. So if you do, let me know. Let's say by random chance that you have 1 or 2 regulars that you've been teaching for the last 2 or 3 years, but they live somewhere else. They live in America. They live in Europe somewhere, and they take classes from you, and you have a fairly high base pay. Will you get paid your normal base pay, or will it jump down to the global pay? And we're going to get to the global pay. So that's a good question. Like once you sign the global addendum, it doesn't mean that you will lose out on those students' extra pay. I don't know. That is a very good question that I don't know if they really thought that answer is not in here. So is there a new teacher portal? No, there's not. You just sign in like normal. The login information will not change. It might look different once you log in. So if you want to like save any screenshots for memories, do that now. Because some people like to have memories and screenshots, and you might as well screenshot your stats. You know how many classes you taught. That's kind of fun. Can I use my iPad to teach? No, you have to use a desktop. Okay, how much can teachers earn? This is a big thing that is going around that is important to hear. It says base pay for all teachers on the global platform is $7 per class. It doesn't matter what tier you're on now. It doesn't matter what your base pay is now. Whoop, you're going down to $7 per class. Additional incentives will be outlined in the Global Major Course Addendum, which has not been leaked yet. I keep looking for it in case somebody like screenshotted and posted in a group. Has not been leaked yet. So I don't know what those incentives are. Most of us are making more than $7 a class because VIPKID has always hired $7 to $9 base pay, but most people got there about $7.50, $8, $8.50, depending on your mock and your education, those kinds of things. And then you got the raises after that. So most people are above that. So everybody's gonna have to go down to $7. But as I was researching other companies, most companies are in the $7 to $8 per class range. So, that's kind of what you're probably going to get now, no matter where you go. If you know of a place that hires for better than that, please let us know in the comments. We'd love to know. And especially if they're still hiring. We don't want to know anybody that's on the hiring freeze. Unless you think they'll open up later on, then you can post it. Because then we can keep our eyes out for a couple months from now when they start, expanding, then we can, go over there too. So let us know where you're working and what you're doing, and if there's any advice for us who are trying to diversify. Students are located all over the world. We teach mostly English, but there's subjects. I'm going through this quickly, I know. It'll be the VIPKID's major course curriculum, so the lessons we all know and love. They will make some changes, so it's not so China-based. They'll make it probably a little bit more multicultural, multinational, that kind of stuff. So they will tweak a few things, but they'll keep it mostly the same. Can you continue teaching adult speaking courses on global platform? Okay, though, this is interesting. Currently, the only classes taking place on the global platform are major course levels 1 through 6. If you're certified for the adult speaking course, you'll only be able to receive bookings for this course on the current platform. When we expand the classes taking place on the global platform, we will update this page with more information. Huh? Okay, so it sounds like there's 2 different platforms. There's the global platform and the adult speaking course, and you can't do both. But right now, some people can do adults, but they're not in the trial for the global. Do you guys get this? I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out as we go. I have not been offered the adult speaking course or the global platform yet. So I'm just in the waiting game, and I'll just take what I can get. I don't mind teaching adults. I teach adults every once in a while on Tutor ABC, and they're a lot of fun. So I don't mind teaching adults or kids. I've learned to be flexible. You can refer students and teachers. Probably a lot more students now. I don't know what the incentive is to invite students, but I think they need students before they have teachers, because we already have a lot of teachers who are qualified that want to just move over versus new teachers. But hey, it might grow. Yeah. What countries, regions will global platform reach? Everywhere, except maybe China. Yeah, maybe not China. And will there be more resources? Yes, there will be more resources. Wow, I can't talk today. Okay, let's go back to some questions real quick. Jerry said, yes, that money question is mine. I knew it was yours. I'm sending you a ticket today. You've got some Finnish kiddos, so from Finland, still taking classes, and she wants to know if she can have her normal base pay, which is obviously higher than $7 per class, or if once she signs the global addendum, then it gets knocked down to $7. That is a very good question. I don't know. But if you don't have that many non-mainland China students, you might want to see if they can all book the same day. And we can do other days for other companies, so it's not so like spread out and sporadic. I don't know. Hopefully you get some information from them. Okay, so that was the FAQs, which I did go through real quickly. Let's go back to the main update. So here is the main update that I was starting on earlier. Let's keep going down for the VIPKID Teacher Network. Don't forget to enroll in the VIPKID Teacher Network. Complete your profile, access resources, and more. The VIPKID Teacher Network is a professional space where no matter what you choose to do next, you can stay connected, share learnings and ideas, and importantly, be the first to hear of opportunities with VIPKID. On the community page, stay connected by joining the VIPKID Teacher Network LinkedIn group and adding a memory to our VIPKID memory book. Don't forget to complete your profile to enroll. So this profile that I finally went through and filled out is like that quick survey. I already did it. Thanks for submitting the form. I did not put my name on there anywhere. There's no identifying features on there, but obviously they have that I submitted it. So that's good. But that's more of the, what do you teach outside of VIPKID? What are you specialized in? Do you have a social media account that you want to help promote to gather students? All that stuff. So go ahead and fill that out. Why not? The community page looks like this, and it has all kinds of directories and hutong and stuff, because I know they have a Facebook group. And they have lots of Facebook groups, but not everybody's on Facebook. So if you want to do LinkedIn, or if you want to do Hutong, or So You Teach Meetups, they have their own directory, their own page. And here's some VIPKID memories. I'm going to open this a little bigger so you guys can see some pictures. So here's some memories. So if you have any memories you want to share down below in the comments, or you can come in to here on the community network page and submit it somehow. These are some fun memories of fun teachers. Up on my Facebook memories, it showed a meetup from about 4 years ago. It's not up here, but I remember going to meetups all the time, which was really fun. And I might try to do that again. So I'm thinking of either doing a virtual meetup or an in-person meetup here in my town at some point. I don't know. But I'd like to get back together and the one last hurrah. So here's some virtual meetups for Halloween. There's some more meetups coming up. It says between Halloween and the Teacher Network's Teacher Empowerment Series, there are a variety of ways to stay connected over the several weeks. So we have the Dino's Monster Mash Party, Horror at the Haunted House Murder Mystery, Puzzle Party, Halloweeny Macarons. And then we have the Teacher Empowerment Series, November 4th, which is coming up next week. Aligning Your Purpose and Passion, presented by founder and CEO of MAG, Impact Collective, Zach Wiseman. And November 17th is Building Your Professional Portfolio and Looking Ahead with VIPKID Teachers. So check out community events page. You can also host your own if you want to. We have some great friends who watch this channel that are meetup host extraordinaire. I don't know the title, but they're super hosts. There you go. They're super hosts. They've posted a ton of these meetups. So if you have any questions, reach out to them. I think Melissa Miller is one of them, as well as others. Trending topics. Our teacher service and support teams are always keeping a pulse on what's trending in the community. This week is FAQs regarding the global platform. Yeah, and we read that already. So there is that. So let me stop this share. And if you are here, thanks for joining in the chat. We have a couple of people watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will dive into Outschool in a minute, but I want to do a quick plug-in. A lot of people have been sharing this image on social media and around, and I want to give credit to Lisa Markle Sparkles because she's fantastic. And I got the digital download, and let me share where I got it from because I think everybody should get this one. It's very reasonably priced. It's only $5. And then you can get the digital download. So if you go over here to Lisa Markle Sparkles and you go to the shop, it's right here. Bing! And you can choose what hair color you have. You can choose headphones or not headphones. I think you can choose like a man or a woman. There's a bun, there's a hair down. So that person in the orange jacket, that is you, the teacher, and you're giving Dino a hug and saying goodbye to Dino. Even though Dino's gonna be around with Global, it still feels kind of like a goodbye. And we are saying goodbye to our Chinese students this week. So how are you saying goodbye to your Chinese students this week? Are you mentioning it? Are you not? I don't know because I have kids that come and go anyway. So some of the kids may not even know that like this is the last week. Now, if they're level 6, they might know. And I do have some level 6 students. And so I might say, hey, I can see you one more time on Friday, or oh, today's my last time with you. But I wait until the last like 2 minutes of class. That way we don't have tears the whole class time. We can just end on the goodbye note. But the thing is that people come and go all the time. Even in the past couple of years, I would just lose students and not know why. And like there was a student on my schedule last week and he was supposed to be here this week, but he canceled. So last week was my last class with him and I didn't realize it. So we didn't have a proper goodbye, but I sent him an e-card. So, I mean, that's the best I can do really. So yeah, it's definitely bittersweet. It's definitely sad to say goodbye to so many wonderful students that you've had for hundreds of classes over the years. But they'll move on and they'll work on other things and maybe you can find them again either privately or with WeChat if you want to share that out, or Ding Talk, or however you want to contact the families, or you can say good luck with your life. I mean, even kids on Outschool you don't see much anymore, or kids in brick and mortar, they move out of your class, move away from your school, you don't get to see them anymore. So maybe it's just one of those things where you have to say goodbye. It is sad that we're being forced to say goodbye, you know. I always knew that VIPKID was going to be a temporary job for me, although it's been 5 years. But I always thought that I was the one who was going to leave when I felt that I had found something else. But to be kicked out, yeah, it's kind of sad. I did say I was going to stay at the very end. You know, a couple years ago, somebody posted on Facebook saying, "How long are you going to be with VIPKID?" And people are always saying like, "Oh, until my kids are grown up," or "Oh, until I can find a better job," or "Oh, until whatever." And I'm like, I'm going to stay here until they kick me out. Well, they're kicking us out. And it's not VIPKID's fault. It is China's fault. And so they kick out a lot of good companies out there. That's a good question, Dee. Are you giving out your email if they ask? I don't know if I want to give out my personal email or phone number, but I do have Ding Talk because of a different company, and that's probably connected to something. So you could do that. I mean, it's up to you. I guess there's no rules about not giving it out. There used to be, but with VIP changing, maybe there's not. I don't know. It's kind of up to you if you want to do that or not. I don't know the right answer to that one. I don't know if I will. I don't know. Okay. Let's move on to Outschool before this video gets too long. Be right back. Been talking a lot. Okay, so Outschool, teacher Kelly and I did a video on Saturday on Kelly's page talking about the last update, which now I can't find anymore. Of course not. But it mostly had talks about the learner profile and the new changes on the learner profile, as well as some like other classes and updates and stuff. I don't know. But let me just go through the learner profile real quick because that is kind of a fun thing to look at. And I don't know, just get your Halloween classes out there. It's almost Halloween time. If you want to submit one and do in the next couple of days, do it. Start thinking about what you want to do in November. A lot of people start scheduling the classes a month or so out. I even have been receiving new class emails from my favorited teachers for Christmas classes. So it's never too early to get those out. And just make sure you schedule close to the holiday. Like if you're doing Christmas, you can do some Christmas classes now, but save most of them for December when students are more likely going to take your class. And some people want to take the holiday classes on the holiday. So like Halloween is on Sunday. So maybe schedule a class on Sundays, like Saturday, Sunday. So it's more around the holiday. Thanksgiving, you can do one before and after Thanksgiving. Last year I did one for the whole week up to Thanksgiving on thankfulness. That I will bring that out again. I'll just revive it. And then Christmas, you can do the whole month of December. I like to do some themed classes, like once a month, I'll do some kind of theme for the season or for the holiday. Just as a note, though, if you do not schedule any sections of any given class for 11 or 12 months, they will automatically unlist it. So if you have any Thanksgiving type classes that you made last year, go in there today and just schedule a section for late November. As long as it's on the books somewhere, they will not unlist it. So go through all your classes, think through anything that's getting close to being a year old, and just throw a section out there. That's what I did. I just threw all my classes out there, put a lot on my schedule the last 2 weeks. Most of them got canceled. Most of them didn't book, but it kept the class alive. And then I didn't have to go back and edit and relist and hope that I didn't even make any changes. So that's just a tip because I did get one class from last summer unlisted and I haven't taken the time to revive it or relist it. So like, I don't want that to happen again. I'm just going to keep them current. Hello, Jason. Thank you for joining today. Awesome. Okay, so let's go into the learner profile. So if you go in Outschool, there are two sides to Outschool. There's the teacher side, and then there is the learner side. And I am privy to both sides because I am a teacher on Outschool and I have a learner on Outschool. So let's see what the website looks like. Here it is for the teacher. Well, this is like for anybody's side. So this is the home page. Oh, kind of over here. This is the home page. And you can just kind of explore classes. You can do new hobbies. You can recommend from your teachers, those kinds of things. But if you go to find classes, here's how you would find a class. You type in either the teacher's name or the topic name. It's defaulted for mine as starting soon. So if you want yours to show up first, it needs to have like today classes. They can search by all upcoming dates. They can do any age, or they can just say, oh, I have a 5-year-old. I just want to find out what fits for a 5-year-old because I don't need to know what happens for a 13-year-old because I don't have one of those. So you can go by there. You can do by any price. So $9 or less, $12 or less, $15 less, $18 or less, or more than 18 per class. Now, keep in mind, classes run different lengths. You've got 20-minute classes, up to 2 hours classes. So as a parent, I do look at this as a grain of salt because if I have a 30-minute class for $10 and a 60-minute class, let's say for $20, it's going to show up differently. It's going to be in the $12 or less or more than $18 because of the minutes. So, but you can say, oh, I just want to have a quick class for like maybe a 20-minute or 30-minute class. Then you could apply and it only gives you $9 or less. And it shows you right here, which is kind of cool. This is a new thing. You can see the prices here. And you can kind of calculate here how long the class is by looking at the times. Whoops, I didn't mean to click. But this is by class. Now, like this one, it says meets twice per week for this much time, $6 per class. Well, that's $12 per week. So you do have to kind of click and do the math, but it is helpful to have it broken down per class. Okay, so you can do any subject, or you can do more. You can do what kind of class you want, one-on-one, one-time, ongoing, semester, short course, or camp, live, or flexible, or empty classes only. So if you want to be the only student in class, you can do that. That's kind of cool. But if you want to have more of a social class, then you can, click on it. And you can see which ones have students in it, like, oh, 3 spots remaining, 3 spots remaining. It means it has some learners in there. This one doesn't have anything yet, so they might have 0, 1, or 2 people enrolled. It is very important to get these tags. These are super helpful. I have noticed that when I have one of these tags on my classes, that helps me get more learners to pop in versus having it look like it's empty. So I try to kind of keep the momentum going. If it's already a full class, it stays full. So let me know if you have any questions about this. So this is the kind of anybody's side. Now, this is how the parents search for things. And if I click schedule up here, that is my daughter's schedule. Okay, that is not the teacher's schedule. I know it's very confusing. Anything teacher related is under the teach tab, and that's where you see everything teacher related. We're going to go into the learner schedule today. So if I click on schedule, this is the parent side of my daughter's schedule. She has a lot of ongoing classes that she sees every week, and they're all my friends. I've got teacher Evelyn's class here, I've got teacher Stephanie's class here, and teacher Kim's class here. She does, oh, and teacher Mindy's class here. So we got lots with friends. But let's dive into let's go to the Saturdays first. So I can show you this is the parent side. There's a parent side and then there's a learner side. So the parent side, it shows here that I have reviewed this class before. I can update my feedback if I want to. I can share class or I can message the teacher. Now this is the parent to teacher message. Okay. And they can enter as the learner later on. And here are the attending parents. I can see the parents' first names, the meeting times, the teacher. I can view her profile. I can see the class description and what we'll be doing each week as helpful. I can see if there's like a supply list. That's kind of nice to look at. And then here's, I can go back to the original class description in case I want to see anything on there that's not here, other classes by her. I don't normally scroll down when I go into it, but this is the parent side. And this is also where you can stop the subscription. If you want to say, I'm done with this class, or we have a conflict of the schedule, here's how you would stop, and you would choose a reason for stopping. Here's also how you would transfer to a different section. This one I can't transfer because this is the only time this class is offered. But if there was other classes, there'd be a drop-down list here. I can say, oh, can I transfer to this time? And then the teacher would then transfer me. So all of those things have to be on the parent side, the stop subscription and the transfer, and the feedback and stuff. If I enter the classroom as my learner, I'm going to enter as my daughter, Esther. So this is going to be her side. It's colorful and bright and cheerful. And this is her side. I can edit my profile here. I can now see my by the students' first names. So now she can go, oh, I know Dixie. Yay, Dixie's in my class. She's in this other class with me. And you now know who that is. You can even click on Dixie and you can see, what state and city this is. Teachers can see this too, so that you can now know what time zone the students are in, if that helps. Now, sometimes they don't have the information. They leave it blank. That's fine. You can also, some students have their top 3 classes on here. So you can kind of get to know about, oh, these are classes that the student likes to take. Okay, got it. So this one, Esther only has access to the classroom messages. So if you have any supplies as an attachment here, you can also view the recording if they share that with you. This is the classroom messages. And then here's the teacher tab. This is where Esther talks to the teacher. Okay, so that is the student to teacher conversation. So there's a parent teacher conversation, there's a student teacher conversation. Okay, so let me go back to your comments real quick to see what you guys are saying, because I've been talking a lot. Oh, nope, nothing new yet. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. So this is her calendar and her fun, little view. She can go into the calendar view so she can see it at a glance of when she's taking it. She used to take a lot more classes, but she's in school during the day. So I stick to after school or weekends for her now. I can see her past classes. She can, all the classes she took in the past. She can search and find classes herself by topics, or she can search in by teachers. Let's just look at me, because why not? So you can see my profile video, my description, some classes taught by me. Some of them I have a class video here. Some of them I don't. it is helpful if they have a class video. You can kind of get to see what the teacher's like. Um, so here are all of my bright and shiny science and crafting classes. If you would go into one of these, oh, it's playing it, or I can click on it down here. And again, you can show the video of the class. This is my profile video. Down here, there is a class description, what we'll be doing each week. And then I do have upcoming sessions. That is weird that it's not there. Huh. I was like, oh, this is for the older kids. That's right. I have two classes, one's for the younger, one's for the older. But it would show you what day of the week that I'd be doing it, and I can enroll now and use my as an allowance, a student allowance. It has to be approved by the parent anyway, or you can save it as a favorite, and it's saved. And then it shows up here in the favorite section. Yeah, that's ages 6 to 9, so I don't have anything yet for that. So I have saved classes. Okay, so the biggest thing is the new profile stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. That's all I want to share today. You guys have been great. Thanks for joining me today. I got to go get my kids up for school. It's going to be a mad rush to get out the door in time. But I'm so glad you guys joined today for a quick look through the VIPKID latest update and how this week is the last week of classes for most of us, like 99%. And if you have any empty holes, they will not get booked. So every cancellation that you get is kind of a cancellation. I'd rather them just not show, but then they lose the money too. So I don't know, what's better or worse. And then a quick look through in Outschool of how to search for classes and how the students look for classes over there. If you have any questions on VIPKID, I can try, or Outschool, I can try to help you too. I have in the description box below a link to Lisa Sparkle's Dino Hug, which is kind of fun. It's a digital download. You can print off yourself. You can put on Manicam, whatever you want to do with that one. So check out that description box below. There's also a link if you want to apply to Outschool. I can help you through the process. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe this video and me. And you guys have a great day. I will come back later and talk some more. Have a great day, guys. Bye. Oh, wait, here goes. Ready? Bye.